Okay, next upgrade up for the spring of 2025 is going to be 034 Motorsport mounts, engine and transmission mounts for my sport wagon. So it's the Motorsport product, but it's the Streetsport durometer. So these aren't, there's a track sport, which would be even stiffer than these, which I don't need. But look, my transmission mount seems to have left the chat. I'm getting tons of vibration on that side and rattling, which indicates to me it's probably shot. I've had the mounts I have now are not the originals. They're the 034, the basic ones, the density line they call it, which is like an OEM mount with a slightly firmer or stiffer, higher durometer rubber. They've been in there 4 years, about 40,000 miles, and quite frankly, I'm surprised I got that much time out of them. I mean, 034 themselves will tell you that's not what they're for. They're not for a modified car like this getting, track use. But they did work really well up until now. So, and 034 being, I had really good luck with their warranty department. They've given me a credit against these new mounts for my old ones. So basically, it got store credit against new mounts just based on a video and a discussion with their warranty department, which is thumbs up for supporting their product. Okay, so what's the deal? There's a lot of videos on installing these. One of the better ones is the channel's called CPO. He has a Golf R that he put these in. That's what I'll use to do my install. But they're just a burly mount with basically a really hard rubber actual bushing in each one. There's like a double bushing. And actually, it's kind of cool. If I ever decided I wanted something stiffer, you can just buy the bushings, the next up durometer from 034, and just modify these mounts with them, which is kind of a nice feature. I can't imagine these won't be stiff enough. These will probably firm up things substantially, which for me, I think is going to be a good thing. I have all my torque specs off of their website here. And I bought all new hardware because, yes, you're supposed to not reuse your hardware. So you've got all these Volkswagen pieces that are hardware. On the transmission mount, it's a slightly different design. Yeah, these pieces are separate on these mounts versus attached on the factory mount. So you can't use factory bolts. This is thicker than the factory one, so the bolts are longer. They send you everything you need. This bolt pack, though, was separate. But, yeah, ready to roll. The install looks pretty straightforward. My son and I will do it hopefully this week, and then I can have some videos with how I think, impressions. 034 says you're supposed to wait a couple thousand miles to really maybe make that determination because they will soften up a little over time. I'm quite sure I know exactly how this is going to feel. It's just going to rattle. It's not rattle isn't a good word. You're going to feel more NVH, noise, vibration, harshness, when you're stopped with your foot on the brake in a DSG with the AC on or off. I don't anticipate this being really problematic for me. My car's already pretty stiff in that way, but I'm getting quite a bit of vibration now from that transmission mount that I have in there. And I'll get some video of how loose, what these old mounts look like when they come out. I'm sure they're looser than they were when they went in. That's all right. I've got 4 years out of them and a warranty replacement. That's killer. So that's it. So that's the next thing up. Hoping to do this within the next week or so. I'm doing an autocross at the end of the month, and I'd like these replaced by then. But yeah, really nice looking product. The other common one people use on the MQB Mark 7s is BFI. I just wanted to try these. These looked a little better to me. The BFI uses poly. I wanted rubber. BFIs actually aren't as much money either. These are actually pretty expensive mounts, so it was nice to get the store credit. So that's it. 034 Motorsport Streetsport mounts. Going in the sport wagon. Peace.